Hi everybody. I'm going to do a second breath with movement workout with upright postures. So those of you who are familiar with the Silver Sneakers Energy class, this will feel familiar. And let's go ahead. Let's place one hand, thumb on the belly button, the other hand on top. Relax our shoulders down. Find a comfortable stance for the feet. And focus your awareness on your breath. Let's do one more. And go ahead and release our hands down to the sides. So feet are comfortably in line under our hips. Relax the shoulders down. We'll inhale, lift the arms up to the shoulders. Exhale, float the hands down. Go ahead and lift. And as I lower the hands, I'll bend the knees just slightly, keeping my hips in line with my shoulders. So I'm not hinging back, just a little lift up and down with only bending slightly through the knees. Now, if your shoulders are feeling okay, let's see if we can take that up a little bit higher, above shoulder level. If you're protecting or taking care of your shoulders, let's make sure we stop halfway. Let's do one more. Taking our right hand, we're going to reach up, we're going to pick a piece of fruit, we're going to take it down, put it in the basket. Then we'll tuck that hand under the low back and we'll take it to the other side. Feel that movement in the shoulders, opening up the front as we tuck the lower arm behind our back, warming up the wrist and hand by picking that fruit. And we'll do one more. And release the arms out to the side, wings of a bird, and release. We'll do one more. Let's bring those hands in front, and we're going to float the lilies on the water. So I'm going to step my feet out just a little bit wider, weight shifting back and forth. Next time I go right, I'm going to go ahead and tilt my head up and look at the moon, and then to the other side. So I still have my lilies floating on the water. I'm adding a little bit of a neck warm up here by turning or gazing at the moon. Let's do one more each side. Bring our hands back to center. Float the hands up to shoulder level and release our hands down. Let's step into your right foot. We're going to take that left heel forward. We're going to start with a flex and point. And then let's circle the ankle one direction and then the other. Let's go ahead and step into our left. Place that right heel forward. Feel free to keep the heel on the floor if you're working on your balance today. If you're feeling pretty confident about your balance, we can go ahead and lift that foot up and move into some ankle circles. You're always welcome to have a chair nearby or to do any of these moves seated in a chair. And let's go ahead and place that right foot down under the hip. We're going to take our hands out, place them gently on the shoulders. We're going to bring one elbow across and down, and then the other. So we're cleaning the bird's beak here. Shoulder circles, warming up. Let's do one more on each side. let's float those hands forward and release down. Hands to the hips, step out just a little bit wider and performing our hip circles. And one more. Let's go back the other way. Loosening up our hips. And one more, finishing up. And step our foot back in. Let's bring our hands in front. So we're going to imagine a ball of energy. We're going to create a figure eight. I'm going to step out again, a little bit wider, right to left. And then I can weight shift back and forth. This can be big, it can be small, whatever feels right. Just imagine some connection between the hands. Keep them connected as if they're holding a ball. Gosh, I don't know if you can hear all my creaking and popping going on, but it's there. And we'll finish back in center. And let's take that ball in front of the chest. Let's roll it forward. Pretending as if we're just rolling that ball from hand to hand. And then let's reverse and pull that ball backwards. Let's do it forwards. And backwards. Let's bring our feet back into center one at a time. And let's begin to wave the clouds away. So we're going to just cross the arms at the wrist, open the arms up and out with bent elbows. A little bit of a sink and rise through the knees. Find the breath pattern that's comfortable for you with this movement. And let's add on. Let's reach down towards the earth and then up to the sky. Elbows tuck in, wave the clouds away, and reach earth and sky. Wave the clouds away, reaching earth. Do one more. Let's take the arms down. We're going to circle those hands out. We're going to gather up that positive energy and bring it into our hearts, down into our center. Let's do one more. Let's release those hands all the way down. Step our feet in slightly, draw the shoulders up, down, and back. And let's begin with the wings of a bird. Hands float out and down. We can add our rise and sink. Next time, we'll bring the hands forward. We will open the door. Keep our hands up at the top, palms face in. We're going to draw the shoulder blades back. Big inhale. Exhale, hug the big oak tree. Inhale, open. Exhale, lengthen. Do one more. We'll float those hands down And let's take some shoulder rolls, rolling up, forward, and down. And let's go the other way. Let's float the hands up to shoulder level. Let's bring those hands in. We're going to step out. We're going to push the mountain. We're going to pull back. We're going to push and pull. Push and pull. Let's do one more. We'll pivot both toes forward to face the front. Let's take that left hand on top and embrace the moon. We'll open the arms out into spiral. Bring the right hand on top. Option to add that little bit of a rise and sink. One more. We'll open our arms out to the side, float the hands forward. And let's bring those hands back in. We're going to step out to our left and push and pull. Feeling that weight shift through the heel and toe, and then coming on back. Let's do one more. Pivot both toes forward. Float those fingertips out. Lower those hands down. And let's step into center. Let's roll the shoulders up, down, and back. One more time. And just loosen up through that lower body. If you'd like to grab a sip of water, go ahead and grab one here. And we will come back to feet comfortably under the hips. Relax our shoulders down. A couple of breaths. And let's begin with opening the door. So hands will float up to shoulder level. And release. Again, rise and sink. We're going to take the right hand up, palm facing in. We're going to go ahead and bring that arm around. Take your left hand, bring it underneath. Switch the hands. Now we'll step out into that left and rotate. Switch the hands. So we're imagining, maybe we're holding a little toddler, supporting behind the head, under the feet. Wave hands like clouds. Weight shift side to side as we bring the arms across. Elbows are soft. We'll finish over on the right side. We're going to create this little hook with our arm. We're going to circle back and up. So we've created just a little bit of a hook with that right hand. Elbows slightly bent. Weight shift back and forth as we circle that left arm away and collect back towards. Scooping up leaves. Do one more. As we come back into center, let's open the arms, toes forward, release the hands down. Let's go ahead and take the left hand up. We're going to rotate, move it over to the left. I'm going to go ahead and bring the right hand underneath, switch the hands, and draw it back across. So we're back, waving the hands like clouds. Let's take it over to the left, and we'll create that little bit of a hook with our left arm at bent elbow. We're going to circle that right arm back and around. So scooping up, collecting the leaves perhaps. Do two more. And let's go ahead and open both hands to the front. Turn our toes forward. Let's bring the arms forward, hug the big oak tree. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Bring the hands forward. Float those fingertips down, and let's go ahead and step in. This time let's do some shoulder rolls forward. And stepping our feet comfortably apart, beginning with open the door and release. Rise and a sink. This time, let's bring the thumbs into the chest, palms face in, open and close breath. We'll inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. And let's turn this into circle breath forward. Arms circle out, down and up. And we'll bring the hands up to the chest. Let's step our feet slightly apart. So we're going to push those hands forward and then pull back, squeeze between the shoulder blades, push forward, create a little triangle, and squeeze and pull back. Think of that little bit of a sink, and then rise as we squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale as we open. So if I suggest a breath pattern with your movement and it doesn't feel comfortable for you, you do what feels right with your movement. And we'll do one more. We're going to float the fingertips forward. We're going to bring the hands down, create a little soft fist, and let's just move with a twist at our waist. One hand gently taps the front hip, the other hand gently taps behind on the other side. Soft knees, let the shoulders relax. And we'll make that a little bit smaller. And we will steady our hands down under the shoulders. So we're going to bring this little tripod again. We're going to push it up to the sky this time, and we're going to pull down behind us. So we're going to push that triangle up, and then we're going to squeeze and pull down behind us. So think about feeling this in the upper back through those posture muscles as you gently pull the arms down behind you, shoulder blades drawing down and back. Soft gaze, tilt, lift the chin. If that's not comfortable for you, keep your gaze straight forward. Arms can come slightly in front of you and then squeeze down and back. And we'll do one more. This time we'll bring the hands to the front. We're going to create our little arrow. Step into your left. We're going to rotate out at the hip. We're going to heel toe. We're going to pierce the clouds and swim the arms back. As the hands come back to the hips, we'll pivot our toes forward, bring the hands back up, rotate out at your left hip, turn at the waist, and pierce the clouds to your left and swim the hands back. When we bring the hands back to the hips, we'll pivot both toes forward. Let's go ahead and float those arms up and down. Next time the arms come up, we'll turn the palms in, bring the thumbs into the chest. Open and close breath. We'll do one more, open and close, and we'll circle breath. We're going to push the hands down first and circle back. Do one more. We'll stop the thumbs right at the chest. Let's reach those fingertips out. Float those hands down, and we'll step our feet in together and just gently shake out that lower body. And again, grab a sip of water here if you need one. I'm going to do one more sequence. Since the last practice that I posted had Parting the Wild Horse's mane, I'm going to do brush knee and play the lute this time. So let's find our comfortable position. Comfortable stance can be wider than hip width or just in line with our hips. Let's go ahead and open this up. So we're going to start with the wings of the bird, but let's see if we can take this just a little bit higher into that phoenix breath. Remember, if you are protecting your shoulders, we're going to choose maybe to stay at wings of a bird and stopping right at shoulder level. Let's do one more, and we're going to move into wave hands like clouds with the weight shift. So we'll take that right hand up. Let's go ahead and step out. We'll bring that left hand across underneath. We'll switch those hands and then draw this back the other way. When we go back to your left, let's go ahead and tap that right toe in. We're going to take the left arm out, place the right palm down. We're going to start with a circle. So we circle each arm a full circle from the elbow. So this is the part where we're brushing the knee. Now on the next one, we're going to do a little extra spiral. We're going to step out with that right. We're going to push with our left hand across. Then the hands will face in. Here's where we're playing the lute. We're going to take the front arm and the back arm in that spiral and push, pull back, and then spiral. Push, pull, and spiral. Your right hand, as we push across with our left, it just comes down gently beside that back hip. And let's do one more. As we draw the hands back, we're going to pivot both toes forward. And let's open that door. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Hug that big oak tree. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's rotate those palms and bring our fingers down. So we're going to take the right arm up this time. I mean your left arm. We're going to step out. And then we'll bring the right hand over, across, palm up. We will trade positions and bring it back the other way. So we have returned into wave hands like clouds. Weight shift side to side. We're holding that toddler or that baby, one hand behind its head perhaps, maybe holding the feet. Next time we come back over to the right, we're going to bring that left toe into empty stance on the other side, and we'll take the right arm out, the left palm down. Now let's practice these circles. Remembering that each arm gets a full circle. They just start and finish at two different spots. So here's our brush the knee. Let's do a little extra spiral here. And we're going to take that right hand, we're going to heel toe and push. Palms cross, palms in, and then spiral and play the lute. Spiral, push, and cross those hands. Palms are facing in as the hands cross. And remembering that back hand, which will be your left, as we do the push with the right, it just gently positions itself right next to that back hip. Circle, circle, push, pull, and a spiral. Push, pull, and one more time. As we cross those hands back, let's go ahead and pivot both toes forward. Let's reach those arms forward. Let's open the shoulders. Exhale. Hugging the big oak tree. That tree has gotten a lot of love today. And one more time. Now, our last move, before we start cool down, we're going to bring those hands to the shoulders, stepping into your left. We're going to push the mountain. We did a move very similar, but this time we're going to step in and alternate our sides. So we have a little more transfer of our body weight. Remember, as we step out, your heel toe, as you pull that foot back in, you do the reverse. You lift the toe and bring the heel in last. Hands are soft, elbows soft. Fingertips can point up as you push. They can point down as you come back. Just a little bit of a different feeling through those forearms. And we'll finish one more to your left side. Let's come back into center and let's gather up that good energy and bring it right on down to the earth. We rise and then we sink. Remembering our hips stay in line with our shoulders when we do a little bit of a sink and rise. We may be used to the fitness squat where we would hinge backwards, but we are keeping shoulders vertically aligned over the hips, a nice plumb line. So it's a very small knee bend, and then you don't have to do it at all. If your knees don't like that, just stand in your neutral stance. Just gather up all that good energy. We're gonna move into our cool down. So let's bring those hands all the way down. Let's create a little fist. We're just gonna start to do fists on knees, but not really on your knees. Let's go for that quadriceps muscle. Top of the thighs. See if we can land those feet quietly underneath us. So controlling our movement. Let's do one more on each leg. And stepping out just a little bit. I'm gonna go back into that Bang a Gong or Tai Chi twist. Arms are relaxed, loose, turning as much or as little as you want at the waist. And let's start to bring that in and then steady our arms. Let's step our feet in under our hips. Let's create our little ball of energy again. We're going to circle the ball of energy around our heart. Let's go ahead and reverse. Let's go the other direction. And let's bring our hands with soft fist to the shoulders. I'm going to step out with my right foot, heel toe. I'm going to toe heel back with my left. I'm going to take that left arm forward in a punch. Holding that calf stretch. Left heel is down, toes pointing forward. And let's bring that left arm in. Let's push off, come back, and heel toe with your left side forward. Find your calf stretch. Heel is down with your right. And then we'll take that right arm forward from the shoulder, soft fist. Couple of breaths. Bring that hand in. Let's step both feet back. Let's take a little hinge, very similar to cow and cat. So we reach the chest forward. We round. Chest reaches forward again. And then we open up at the hips. And inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And stand tall to neutral. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And stand tall. Let's take your left toe forward. Arms will reach back, palms face back, fingers are spread. Draw that toe through center and bring it to the back, arms to the front. If you want, and your balance is feeling pretty good today, we can lift that toe through center as we move it from back to front or front to back. Now we'll take it front, take it back, and we'll close in center bring those hands down. Let's try the other side. So we'll take the arms behind us, take the right toe forward, draw those shoulders down, and then the arms and the toe trade places. And again, I can keep that toe on the floor, I can tap in, then move, or I can float the foot through center. Whatever breath pattern works with your flowing movement here is the one you should always choose. I'll do one more, back, and bring everything in. Feet comfortably under the hips. Very, very small version of wave the clouds away. So movement a little smaller than what we did earlier on in this practice. Let's do one more. And let's release our hands down. Let's take that right arm. We're going to open it across the body. Open the arm at the shoulder. Kind of circle that hand back by the ear. Push forward. And then rotate that palm up and pull it into the hip. Other side, we reach across. Open it up. And then we go ahead and just flow through a circle to the ear. Push forward. Pull back and change. Cross. Open. Circle back, push, and pull. One more time, cross, open, circle back, push, and pull. Let's release those hands down. Let's take a couple of breaths, gathering up that good energy. And we'll do one more. Float those fingertips up, shoulder level, close the door. Stand up tall, neutral, roll those shoulders up, down, and back. And thank you very much for joining me with our movement with breath practice. Very similar to some moves we do in our Silver Sneakers energy classes. Have a great afternoon.